What a banger episode. However, while you were busy enjoying Iguro and Sanemi beating the ever-loving shit out of Tanjiro, or Zenitsu's over-the-top screaming, you didn't notice that this episode is pretty much the only one so far that adapted nearly 2 manga chapters, which in a season filled with episodes that were 90% anime exclusive, that's a lot. So let's see what's been adapted and what's been beaten to a bloody pulp. To get more videos breaking down the anime and comparing it to its manga counterpart for Demon Slayer, hit that like button and subscribe while hitting that notification bell. Now let's get to it. The following episode is titled I Even Ate Demons, and it's based off chapter 132. Full strength training, and 133, welcome. The total count minus the first 4 pages of chapter 132 all amount to 34 pages and 149 panels, which if I've done my estimation correct, that's about 99%. This episode would follow that of all the episodes of this season where I won't include an official count. So let's break down the episode and make its comparison. The episode starts out where we ended last time, with Tanjiro arriving at Mitsuri's training grounds, and then she whisks him off to eat some food, in which case he does have some fluffy pancakes, which he absolutely loves. This will not come back to bite him later. Oh yeah, the part where she cuts his pancakes and feeds it to him and then asks him to change his outfit wasn't in the manga. At any rate, this is where the episode would begin. Back into it, we don't get a title card just yet. Instead, we get Mitsuri's crow standing by an organ player. I don't know what this is. Comment below and let me know. They're all in dancing outfits, which is a bit embarrassing, but Tanjiro doesn't care as he's just happy to train, or dance, trying to follow Mitsuri's every instruction. The crow now cranks the lever, and it's now time for flexibility training. Tanjiro and another tries to do as she instructs, but according to her, it's wrong. So now she switches places with Tanjiro. And I think this is where they knew they all fucked up, because when she stretches both his legs, they go in opposite direction, which must hurt. This terrifies the others, including Tanjiro, who she now calls over to stretch his soul out. Poor guy. This isn't so fun anymore, is it? But before you know it, he had completed his training and then moves on to Iguro. This is where we get the title card, I Even Ate Demons, which is Genya heavy, but that's a little bit later in the anime. Anyways, Iguro already has an intense air about him, and he's exchanged letters with Mitsuri about Tanjiro, which the anime actually showed us. Just in case you're wondering why he starts acting crazy all of a sudden, it's because he's very, very protective of Mitsuri. And with Tanjiro being all chum with her, this made an enemy out of Iguro, who now has no intentions of going easy on him, as now Tanjiro's strike training begins. He lets Tanjiro into his dojo, which is filled with demon slayers tied up. Tanjiro has to strike without hitting any of them. This requires accuracy, and with the heart that Tanjiro has, he's sure not to strike. When he asks Iguro what if they've done something wrong or some kind of crime, they did, for being weak good-for-nothings. One added detail is that the anime included these little prongs between everyone. Say something for him to aim for. Tanjiro will try to swing, but he can't for some odd reason. But then Iguro joins in, saying that he will be striking Tanjiro while he is trying to swing. This adds another layer of difficulty to it. The manga made it seem like they jumped right into training, but the anime gave us a little time for it to sizzle. And also the anime did split up the days, showing that Tanjiro didn't get it right away, that he was pretty beat up at the end of each day, where now he has to soak his wounds in some warm water, and man, that must sting. But it seems that on day 4 onwards, he caught on just in time. Now, in the manga, it only shows his results, whereas in the anime, it treats us to some sweet sakuga of Tanjiro finally getting it. He and Iguro would fight and he wins. This is when he gets the opportunity to move on to the next area. Iguro still looks pissed, doesn't he? But before he could get to the training area, he must find his way there too, which his crow gives him all sorts of incorrect directions, calling him a bird brain. I really love this crow. As Tanjiro is being led, he is accosted by Zenitsu, who's just had enough of this life and tries to crawl like a roach out of this place, only to get caught and knocked out by Sanemi, and then carried by Tanjiro. In the most brazen way ever, Sanemi tells Tanjiro, hey you, fuck you. But Tanjiro isn't about that life, so he tells the Hashira, fuck you too bitch, you cut Nezuko, and walks away. As if it was nothing, pissing off the Hashira to no end. This definitely won't come back to bite Tanjiro in the ass later. This is when we get the midpoint cutscene, and immediately after, Tanjiro starts to regret his words and then gets beaten up by the Wind Hashira, who's wailing on all the other demon slayers as well, showing Tanjiro the very reason why Zenitsu hates this place. And the Hashira was pretty particularly harsh with Tanjiro, literally slapping the kid silly. Poor guy, he's covered in bruises. I just want to pop them all like little pimples, you know? Tanjiro, at the end of the day, stumbles upon Genya trying to talk to his big brother. Now, in case you had forgotten, last season we got got a backstory about Genya and Sanemi were actually brothers and orphaned due to their mother turning into a demon and then murdering the rest of their siblings, where Sanemi had to end her. But somewhere along the lines, it seems something happened between them where Sanemi doesn't want to acknowledge his younger brother, and this is where the chapter would end. Chapter 133 begins with Genya trying to get his big brother to acknowledge him, but he doesn't until Genya told him that, hey, I even ate demons, which is the title card. The episode title, you know, which pisses off Sanemi. I think everything pisses off this guy, who proceeds to try and blind Genya, but Tanjiro intervenes and stops him. Poor Zenitsu was trying to enjoy some downtime. He's the real victim in all of this, only to see Tanjiro and Genya come stumbling out and a loud, horrific sounding monster slowly making its way out of the dojo. Oh, wait, that's just Sanemi, who's now pissed off. Tanjiro lets the angry bunch of emotions know that Genya is a good kid that even helped them to defeat an upper rank, and you should be more nice to him, you little bitch. But then Sanemi proceeds to attack Tanjiro, who Tanjiro actually catches his fist and lands a surprise kick at the Hashira. Without missing a beat, he tells Zenitsu to escape with Genya, and come on bro, how could you really name an accomplice in all of this? The Hashira decides to pull out all the good moves and lands a spin kick on Tanjiro. As Zenitsu tries to escape, he insults Sanemi, who his little brother just had to take up for him. I mean, come on. I don't get why you try to take up for a guy that's literally going to beat you to a bloody pulp, but hey, all hell breaks loose that evening and the brawl lasts until the rest of the day. At the end of it all, Tanjiro gets kicked out for starting a prison riot and got himself a restraining order. He was not the only one. Thankfully, the training from hell ended for Zenitsu as well. I guess there's a happy ending after all. So they all move on to where Inosuke is training under a powerful waterfall. He seems to be at home here, and I'm pretty sure there's a pig under a waterfall joke here somewhere, insert. At any rate, we spot the stone Hashira being a badass with two mighty logs tied down by stones on his back while standing in a literal lake of fire. There isn't really a lake of fire here, I just wanted to make the scene seem a little more, epic. But that would be where the episode ends. But at the end of it all, as you know, we get a Taisho era secret, which is Iguro's snake name is Kaburamaru, which I already covered in some of my facts videos. So if you want to see that, you can go ahead and click that. I'll probably leave a link in the description or pinned comment somewhere. And we also get another fact about the different eye colors for Sanemi, which is a part of his backstory, but that's going into a little bit of a spoiler territory, so I won't do that. I'll just move on. That was an amazing episode. Let me know in the comments below what you think. And also, let's get this video to 50 likes. I've been your host, Kyle. Peace out and stay safe out there, B Nation. Bye.